We're back, and we got some good takes coming up next. In this IGN video we've been listening to, judging your Nintendo hot takes. I thought we got hot takes before, and some of the takes coming up just seem like, in my opinion, some good takes. Starting with preferring traditional Zelda over open world Zelda.
Some of these are very similar to the three emails that we got. So the one I pulled was from Josh, but many other people share the same idea. Josh says, my key take is that I prefer any Zelda game over the open air games. That includes Link's crossbow training. Link's Awakening is one of my favorites, and I also love Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, the Oracle games, etc. The open air games were okay, but not as fun to me. I have never replayed either, but have beaten Link's Awakening on the Game Boy and on Switch multiple times. My gripes with the open-air games are the lack of a cohesive chronological story, and shrines are nowhere near as good as dungeons. Something about designing a puzzle with one intended solution is better than open-ended puzzles that you can solve 50 different ways. Additionally, a chronological story is way better than a story that you experience in any order.
The eternal dawn of our penances heralds its imminent end.
I know you all think Breath of the Wild is the best game ever. I enjoy it. Marky, would you brother show more than Breath of the Wild?
Each was born to put an end to the other. Now both awake. But while yours slumbers, mine remains vigilant. May the miracle bear witness to this soul.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrong people who don't enjoy fun. They like to have
by which I remain here,
it's like, you know, these
for
are
our
people who, when they were like 14 years old,
meeting,
and their socks folded, laid out with them in the morning, and their underpants ready.
wounded by the silence of this secluded
there's the, like, you get to have this open, like, amazing world where you can pretend to play, and like you're a kid again with action figures and amazingness, but it's actually better than that because the world is alive and breathing.
Seth Macy is such a hardcore Breath of the Wild defender.
Borne on the shoulders of three mighty statues, the resounding beat of a great harp could be heard emanating from the clouds, thundering like the knell of an unseen church bell, raised higher than any other, enchanting us all to lift our gaze aloft in an ascetic call to prayer.
I'm just trying to go here.
For the miracle was about to give birth to a child.
The Legend of Zelda, excuse me, Tears of the Kingdom, are the best games ever made, and like I don't fault anyone who doesn't like them. I just feel bad for them for not being able to like have fun by just letting their imagination kind of take over for a little while and go explore and have fun. Like,
I think saying you would rather play Link's crossbow training than this.
That's crazy.
It's maybe being a little generous on these games.
Well, I think you're being generous to Link's crossbow training. Link's crossbow training's a great thing. Link's crossbow training.
That's stupid.
Yes. Sometimes. That's what you want. And then, let's just like...
Playing it summer. Should be the model for every single Zelda game from now on. I think they are on it in time. They are fantastic. They are for my favorite Zelda games. In every single Zelda game going forward, we're just following the shrine. And then the storytelling and the story, the world, whatever. It's hard. And there is something kind of fantastic. Ocarina of Time earlier this year. There is something really lovely about going back to something that's still kind of open and world, but also linear in ways that have like very specifically designed dungeons with like solutions that you're supposed to try to get right answers. And lately there's something really wonderful about it. It's fine to recognize that that is sort of the core of what this series is built on, and maybe we don't stray so far away from it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
Legend of Zelda kind of famously idea for the game, for the NES, well, actually, the Famicom Disk System, came from Miyamoto as a child exploring, like, the wilderness around where he grew up, and, like, going into a cave and feeling this, like, thrill of adventure, like, being a little scared to go in a little bit further, and then, you know, coming he had red boots, so he could, or the iron boots, so he could actually walk through the cave. So that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. I've dealt with the different series, and part of the reason that is that is because of its constant willingness to reinvent itself. It has done so many, many times, and it has done so brilliantly many, many times. And Breath of the Wild was the latest version of that reinvention. I 100% agree with Rev. I think the next Zelda, it would still be amazing. That's game over. If the next Zelda was that same thing, you're in a small area, you hear 4 doors, then you have a whole area, 4 corners there. It'd be disappointing if it was that, because you just can't get it. You did something.
I'll get my ass whooped.
Curated stuff that Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time do, because they're very, very, very different games and styles, and the preferences are going to be one or the other. I like both, honestly, pretty equally. Like, my favorite traditional 3D Zelda is right up there with my favorite open world 3D Zelda, and my favorite top-down Zelda. I like Zelda in all its forms. I even love Link's Crossroads, like I just said. So, yeah, the more you lose with Corruption, it's more to this.
Bullshit. Why is this game so fucking hard? Fuck this.
The traditional Zelda